Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, and here I am in bed, obviously. Lazy ass to the extreme, but it is a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the tank is clean. Name of the movie. But anyway, alright, so I have a full day planned. Full day of gymming and laying in bed and doing homework. No life, but it's fine. But yeah, so I'm going to the gym today, actually with my client, and we're going to train glutes, and I'm so pumped. I'm going to have that for you guys later on in the video, and I am going to try my best to do a full day of eating with you guys. I've never done one, and I think it'd be really fun to show you guys what I'm eating during this bulk phase of my life. So I will take you along with me on my day, and yeah, let's get to it. Let's get this day started, get this day rolling. Ooh, 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 ooh. Alright, I'm done. See ya. Every morning I start off with 1 shot of apple cider vinegar, 2 of my calcium gummies, and today I'm going to have a big old cup of this pumpkin spice coffee with a little bit of sugar and cream. Let me tell you, that is worse than any kind of shot I've ever taken in college. Whew. I have 1 egg, 3 egg whites right here, scrambled up with salt and pepper, a few cut up cherry tomatoes with salt on them, 3 slices of turkey bacon, and 1 of these Fit and Active non-fat yogurts. Hey guys, I'm all ready for the gym. I have this Nike just Razorback on with my Gymshark Flex in black, and of course Converse. Because it ain't a glute or leg day without Converse. Pro tip. Still watching Stranger Things. But let's roll. Let's work these gluteus maximuses. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So today was a beautiful day for a glute pump. So here we are getting a glute pump. I started off with glute activation. This is important in really any muscle group, but especially the glutes if you want to grow them. It just gets the blood pumping throughout the muscle. It makes for better contractions, better overall lifts, better range of motion. So I did 20 each leg of the glute kickbacks, 20 of the side kicks, and 12 of these squats. And at the top of the squat, you definitely want to make sure that you are squeezing the glute. Nice and tight. Then we moved on to glute hip thrust as our first compound exercise. A compound exercise is an exercise that uses multiple muscle groups. So here, we're really targeting the hamstrings and the glutes, and you want to keep your legs bent at a 90-degree angle. You want to push through your heels, you want to engage your core, and squeeze your glutes. And I told the girl I was working out with that you want to look forward. You want to look forward and make sure that you have as many chins as possible. I can't tell you why this helps, but just looking forward makes the exercise so much better. Then we moved on to reverse hack squat, and most gyms that have this machine have an attachment to where it's extended and you don't have to worry about your head touching that back mat, but this one does not. So I find that pushing my hands into that pad, pushing like through my back basically, it helps not have tension on my neck or my forehead, and I'm able to just focus on the glute contraction. And again, when you come up, really squeeze. And if you need to go lower, the lower that you go in this, the better that the exercise is. So if you need to drop down in weight and go lower, go for it. I was doing 2 plates before, and then I dropped down to a plate of 25, and it made it a lot better. And then we moved on to barbell RDLs, and and I love this exercise, and usually I can go heavier, but I again really want to focus on going slow and the contraction. So here I really feel it in my underbutt. The slower I go, the more I feel it in my underbutt, but you're also going to feel it in your hamstrings. So I go until I feel a nice pull in my hamstrings, and then I pop right back up. Then these single leg dumbbell RDLs are awesome. Because I'm not kicking my back leg in the air, it allows for a much better contraction in your glute. Normally when you do a single leg RDL, you do kick your back leg up, and that just creates a balancing factor, and it's a lot harder to feel a contraction. So with this, you want to face the dumbbell a little bit outward so that the handle is more on the side of the side of your shin, and I feel that in my side butt a lot. And again, I'm not pushing off with my hand or my back leg. I'm on my tippy toe just so I make sure I'm not pushing off with my back leg, and that's more just, again, stabilization so that I can feel a contraction where I want to. And then we went on to curtsey lunges, which is an exercise I don't normally do, but I thought I'd throw them in to try them, and they are going to be a staple in every single glute workout that I do. They are awesome. And to make myself more stable, when I come up, I don't face my feet forward. I do point my toes out a little bit, which sets me up for a better lunge, I guess you could say, because for some reason just pointing my toe out that slight little bit makes my body more stable, and I wasn't wobbling all over the place and was able to just pop right back up. And then went on to these squat knee high kicks. I don't know what to call them, step ups I guess, but the point of having the squat is it's more range of motion, stretching out the muscle more, and then it just makes that leg that is on the bench a little bit harder to push up. So I'm not using the leg on the ground at all to push up. It's all the leg that is on the bench, and that one is a lot harder than it looks, trust me. After that, we moved on to these hyperextensions, and this is a straight glute exercise. I had the pads covering my entire quad so that it doesn't hit my lower back at all, and I am pulling through the upper butt. I think this is a good exercise to create a perkier butt, because I feel the contraction in my upper butt a lot, and I added the weight just for added resistance, and focus on the squeeze at the top of the movement. And lastly, we have our finisher. The killer finisher is glute kickbacks. Pretty typical. I don't like to bend my leg. I like to pretend my whole entire leg is one big lever, and I go down, tap my toe, and come back up. I find that this just keeps the leg in constant tension, or the muscle having constant tension, and it creates a better burn, better contraction overall. Then we supersetted that with these banded crab walks, and we did 8 down and back, and holy crap, like the burn was to the point of not being able to like stand after I was finished, but it was so worth it. This is a side glute exercise, so that muscle's a lot smaller, and so it's a lot harder to work, but that one is a very good one for it. And lastly, we ran and did some abs real quick. Having a strong core is important when doing compound lifts, when doing other lifts, because it stabilizes your back, or it stabilizes your core, but it helps protect your back and lower extremities. So we just did these four exercises back to back to back for 3 sets. And I'll have the workout in the description below with the reps and sets and everything for you guys. And then foam rolling and stretching. So I hope you guys enjoyed the workout, and I'll see you later. From your roommate back in Boulder, we ain't ever getting older. Alright guys, I'm back home. And raise your hand if you feel personally victimized by that workout. And I showed a couple of clips of grocery shopping. I just had to grab a few things, and a few things ended up being like an entire grocery haul. So I figured I'd show you guys just since today is a full day of eating. So I picked up more eggs, obviously. Can't live without eggs. More yogurts. I'm going to try this liquid egg product. It wasn't that expensive. It wasn't much more than regular eggs. And I figured, why not add a little bit more protein. Ground turkey, sweet potatoes, apples. I'm going to try some shrimp. I usually don't eat shrimp, but I'm going to try that. Some more protein. Tomatoes, almond milk. This is delicious with my protein powder. And then I found these. They were on sale. Could I be more white girl? But pumped to try them. I got pumpkin spice and cinnamon raisin. Split top wheat. Some English muffins, tortillas. Another thing of chicken. Cereal. This is delicious cereal. I got some of these for on the go when I go to class. And cheese. Some avocados back here to eat in the morning with breakfast. Big bag of rice, a couple of condiment things, ketchup and barbecue. And I believe that covers it all. Even harping up how much I love Aldi, like all of this, all of it, 60 bucks. College kid on a budget. Bodybuilder, college kid on a budget. Here we are. And then I'm just cooking up some chicken breast. Put a little seasoning on them. That's going to be lunch. And, well, meal prepping chicken as well. I think I'm going to add some cucumber with it. I didn't buy cucumber. Maybe some bell pepper and tomato. But we'll see. You'll see in a little bit. Alright guys, here we go. Meal number 2 is going down the hatch in just a few seconds. We got sauteed bell pepper, half a cup of white rice, and about 7 ounces of chicken breast right there. So yeah, I think I might add a little bit of barbecue sauce to the chicken, but I'm gonna devour this because I'm starving. Quick fun fact for you guys. I really like to clean. I like when things are messy and I make them clean, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some chores.
Rolly with a dapper ranch. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance. I just wanna rolly with a dapper ranch. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance. Have you looking at it, put you in a trance. Yeah.
Alright guys, real talk. Do I or do I not look like Medusa right now? It's okay though. Not why I'm here. Actually, I am here because I wanted to touch on an important topic that I think will help a lot of you. So in the fitness community, counting macros is a very big thing, obviously, and I mean I did it for a very long time, but right now I am intuitively eating, and I think that is what has helped me through this bulk so much. I have gained so much strength and muscle in a very short amount of time, but I'm feeding my body when I want to, not when I need to. Before, I would eat excessive amounts of calories. I'd feel like shit at the end of the night, and I hated it. So, I mean, I just kind of stopped tracking macros. Occasionally, from random days, I will, just to make sure I'm, getting enough protein and everything. But if you're not competing or prepping for a show or trying to lose, an excessive amount of weight, intuitive eating, may be for you. Intuitive eating doesn't mean that you eat a bunch of crap when you want, but I don't have to eat 5 meals a day. I can eat what I want, and I can be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna add this to my meal, and just not have to worry about it. That's the thing with when you work out, eating a good amount of food, eating healthy foods that nourish your body is so important. So I think that eating things that I know that I need is more important than following a meal plan, macro plan that I've set for myself. So that is something I just want to touch on real quick and say how important that is for me and my goals, especially right now. Like I said, I think it's helped so much. I have gone up in strength so much, and I'm very proud of it. So, yeah, that's all I had to say. Alright guys, it is about 8:42 at night, and I totally lost track of time while I was doing homework. I've been doing homework for a few hours now. And it's now time to have meal 3, so I am going to go have meal 3, and I will show you once it's finished. Okay, so here's meal 3. So I have about 6-ish ounces of shrimp that I just cooked up in a pan. and then some broccoli. And the shrimp I seasoned with garlic powder and cayenne pepper for a little bit of spice. So this is meal 3 down the hatch. Alright guys, 4th and final meal is being cooked up right now. I'm having waffles, protein waffles with peanut butter and syrup. Don't mind the wine. But yeah, 4th and final meal, and I am heading to bed. I'm exhausted. So thank you for joining me on this beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Love you. Good night. Bye.